Hey, it's Mark here and welcome to another mini marketing moment. Today I want to talk to you about finding innovation everywhere. This story is inspired by Paul Lavoie. He's a friend of mine. He started an ad agency called Taxi. He's semi-retired now, spends a lot of his time up at a beautiful lake in Quebec up here in Canada. Now, Paul recently took on as a project the redesign of stand-up paddleboards, or SUPs. Now, I can imagine Paul was paddling around his beautiful lake, and being a graphic designer and an innovator by nature, he probably took a look at the boards and go, I could improve on that. Now remember, paddleboards are a relatively new phenomenon. There are a lot of good designers working in the field. But Paul said, I want to make this look like kind of 1950s groovy, like an old car, makes one of those teak boats, and that's what he did. So if you look at my blog post, you'll see some photos of these beautiful paddleboards. They're called Beaulake, B-E-A-U-L-A-K-E. Check them out, they're incredible. But the story doesn't end there, because paddleboards are a recent phenomenon, and Paul took on designing those. He wasn't satisfied with that though. The next thing he did, he redesigned paddle boats. You remember those terrible boats you had on summer vacation at the lake? They were big and bulky and you couldn't steer them, and they're, some sort of awful shade of blue or red, and you had to paddle them with your feet and they never seemed to work right. Well, Paul redesigned those under the Beaulake label, and he made them look like 1940s sort of teak boats, the sort of things that you saw the Kennedys riding around in. They look incredible, and they've been written up in magazines like Forbes, Fortune, Inc., and Wired. Paul took something, probably one of the most mundane things you can find at the lake, a paddle boat, and completely redesigned it. So the lesson here, take a look around. You don't have to look for high-tech stuff to invent. Some of the most boring stuff that needs reinventing is everywhere. The pencil holder, the eraser. Think of these things when you're looking for a new project. As well, if you're a communicator, take a look at the most mundane things. Forms, for example. How could they be reinvented? Think about it. If you like these mini marketing moments, subscribe below so you don't miss one. I put one out about once every week. Well, except for the summer holidays, I took a bit of a break there. But generally, about once a week, I put one of these out. If you don't want to miss any, subscribe below.